Looking pretty good. A vast machine and a scarred veteran want to upstage a rival with a forgery, but they will have to exploit prejudice. Involving a machine and a veteran and bringing prejudice is gonna be amazing. What's the other option? But they will have to confront prejudice. Nah, exploit it. Hell yeah. That's even more dramatic. Let's go. What's up, everyone? It is now day 2 of the Creative Writing Weekly. I forgot what it's called already. Week of Creativity, that's what I have it named as, for the Creative Writing Club podcast. And today is also the podcast birthday, which means that this short story is the longest all week. And it also means that tonight I will be going live to publish my next novel at midnight tonight, so 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. And I'll actually be going live shortly before, like around 11:45 or 11:30, and make sure everything's like all set up and ready to publish. So yeah, I'll be going live on my personal Instagram at dark_night_wolves, or I'll be going live on the podcast YouTube channel. So you could just search up Creative Writing Club and search for the channel, though I've noticed that there's a copycat channel. Anyway, or you can search up Porscha Aubrey on YouTube, though it may pull up videos of Porsches and such. But anyway, so the prompt for this short story is: a vast machine and a scarred veteran want to upstage a rival with a forgery, but they will have to exploit prejudice. So that sounds interesting, and since it's longest, you guys better all buckle in and enjoy yourselves. So the title for this short story is Down With Them Youngins. The sun rolls above us like a cyclone, radiating its heat down to this desolate desert. KARF has managed to overheat 6 times within the 2 hours since sunrise, and even with its 15 separate cooling systems, its metal manages to compete with that of the ball of rage above us. It has been 12 years since the sun has begun dismantling itself, and each day I grow more irritated by tourists that only speak of its beauty. But this story isn't about the sun, or the annoying tourists, or the deathly heat, or the fact that the world has practically ended, yet we somehow still remain. This story is about the people within the small town of Jasked that refuse to even give us a drop of water or even coolant. Those red-skinned freaks. Gip, breathe. KARF struggles to get out the words, even after disabling his AI voice software. Look at your surroundings. Easier said than done, I mumble in return. All around us there's only scorching hot sand, the orange sky, and the sun, halfway finished with its 4-hour day. My ass burns while sitting down, even worse with the stupid smoking sheen beside me. So much for being vast and revolutionary. Shall we continue? Not like we have anything else to do. I lift myself back up with a grunt, taking in the scars running all up and down my arms. What used to be a bullet hole in the palm of my hand, now filled with metal and sand. The wind blows and a tear escapes my eye. It burns so fucking much. Would you like me to turn on GPS now? I let out a groan and begin marching through the waterless beach. No. Turning on GPS now. Wait, no! Spinning without stable footing, I leap before I fall, landing straight against one of Carf's exterior buttons. Cancel! Cancel! Voice recognition error. Don't turn on the GPS, you stupid fucking piece of junk. Going to slam a kick into its large body, I slip mid-thrust, dropping to the ground and only tapping it. Reboot! Reboot! GPS, signals, booting, up. A rod shoots up from the top of the large, rectangular, metallic rectangle, beaming red in circles like a lighthouse. Location? Set. Shit. My eyes go wide, and heart begins to race. Without a thought, I turn around and begin booking it downhill, instantly stumbling, falling, and rolling. Sand gets into my eyes and cuts. My limbs are launched into my body, and bones are crushed, and the drop feels as though it is taking forever. Until I hit my head and am engulfed in darkness. Vitals are stabilizing. I awaken to the sound and sight of KARF towering over me, covering me in darkness. He has awoken. However, vitamins are low. Aren't everyone's vitamins low these days? A deeply feminine voice chuckles, not too far from me. What are you able to track, big guy? I am an AI-powered machine. You teach, I learn. The woman then speaks as though she's intrigued. Have you ever learned how to gut a human? My eyes shoot open and my body soon follows. Alright, that's enough. Aw, come on. The voice suddenly switches to behind me. We're just having a little fun. Yes, I have. Hold up. The woman spawns in front of me, with her back facing me, her dark hands placed on her wide hips as she stares up at KRF. How the hell have you managed to teach this huge chunk of metal how to gut a human? I let out a sigh, waiting for the blurriness of my vision to subside. I can't show you without him following through. It's a bug that I can't fix without the needed parts and chemicals. She turns to face me, and my eyes immediately lock on her dark, huge, cut nose. What you need? Oh, no. No, you don't. Attempting to rise, I soon drop back down onto whatever hard surface I've been laid on, unable to stand. Ah, fuck. Deep breath. I refuse to get locked in a chamber again because of some sort of hidden deal. The woman snorts and lifts up a candle placed below her, just out of sight. Ah, that's why I couldn't see. It was just dark. Her dark green tank top and cut up black shorts don't reveal enough skin within this heat. I wonder how often she gets heat stroke dressed like that. Her shoes are even worse. Sandals? Sure, they're good for beaches and such, but definitely not this level of a beach. She catches me staring and raises an eyebrow. Don't you think you're a little busy just trying to survive to gawk at me? Blinking, I shake my head. Gawk? I wasn't gawking at you. I was just concerned for your safety. But clearly, it doesn't matter what anyone thinks. She rolls her eyes. Men. I stop for a moment to scan my surroundings. It's shockingly cool in here. Still humid, but much better than outside. We appear to be inside of some sort of garage. One that used to have those machines that would raise cars, so then mechanics or bots can work on them, and then charge 5 times higher than what it normally cost. Much more slowly this time, I rise up from the platform I had been placed on. A desk covered in oil that appears to have had all of its contents hastily pushed to the side. My eyes survey the walls, old, rusted, and slightly misshapen due to melting by the heat. It's dark in here, but just light enough for me to be able to see the wires and switches on KRF, as well as the woman examining him. So who are you? Where are we? I ask, slowly searching for a weapon of some sort. She turns her head and smirks. Oh, just someone in the area. No need to worry about me. Facing me, she takes a few steps forwards, making an echo bounce off of the walls. But what I'm more curious about is who are you? Also, what is that thing? Her thumb is directed straight to KRF, who is still in the corner. My name is KARF. Silence. I cut him off. No, I have a right to know. She crosses her arms and turns back to face the vast hunk of metal. What are you and who is he? After a few moments of no response, she tries again. Volume up, lock audio settings. My eyes go wide and a breeze flows past me. I can do that? My name is KARF, meaning of name unknown. Stop. Fuck, that's so annoying. She cuts him off and turns to face me. My lungs cease for a moment. Do you have any way to fix that, or are you just an idiot when it comes to machinery? I assure you, he is not. Clenching my teeth and furrowing my eyebrows, I mutter, K-A-R-F, shut the fuck up. The woman disappears suddenly, and then I feel a breath on the back of my neck, making me reel forward. So who are you then? She pinches my neck. A blade, nothing else it can be. Without any mode of control, my arms shoot up, grab onto the woman's forearm with one hand, and pushes down on the pressure point, and frees the knife with the other. Then, in one full motion, I throw the woman over my shoulder, slamming her straight onto the desk while also knocking over and shattering a lamp. It's like a tornado of noise for the next 10 seconds straight, followed by a moment of silence and one final crash off in the other end of the garage. Leaning over the desk, I lock eyes with a fierce glare and a woman covered in glass attached to it. It had been years since I had to make a move like that, even longer since I had first been taught it. System, temperatures, stabilized. KRF's robotics voice screeches out, most likely due to it adjusting to all the commotion. Activating AI voice adjustment software now. The woman groans and slowly begins to sit up. I will get answers out of that damn piece of junk, even if I have to threaten it with a water bucket. No! Good evening. We all pause as the voice of my mother begins to rise from KRF's speakers. Soft and sweet. It makes my eyes burn. Oh, Mother, I'm so sorry. My name is KRF, but you can call me Karf, and that is my creator Gip. He is a war veteran, a general of the Marine Corps to be precise, and has fought in more wars than seconds that humans have lived in the universe. I seriously want to be the one to dump a bucket of water on him now. It's one thing to go against my orders and reveal ourselves, but to do it with my late mother's voice? We are in search of water and coolant, respectively, and have been searching for a place to stay and things to do with our time with what time remains. Wait a second. The woman's eyes squint as she gets up and begins searching through a pile of papers, eventually finding one stained with salt water and burnt edges. She scans it with her eyes, occasionally shooting glances up at myself and Karf. But I already know what it is and that she's looking at. The last veteran ever alive, and the, damn it, smudged, whatever, wanted for their hearts. Reward, water, and AC. I let out a quiet exhale and begin to slowly shake my head. I'm too damn old for this shit. My ears twitch as the paper is soon torn. Oh well, I have enough of that anyway. I shoot a glance at KRF and return the same wide-eyed expression back to the woman. Huh? Well, yeah. The woman claps her hands, and instantly the entire garage lights up, revealing not only jugs or coolers of water, but entire hearths that begin to heat up. I doubt they'd give anything to someone like me anyway. I'm dumbfounded, eyes blinking and mouth opened in silence. The woman laughs. Then her deep voice goes. The woman laughs. Her deep voice almost villainous, like that of a cartoon. Cartoons. I miss those. Then her face goes hard, as stone, and serious. But I don't think I have forgiven you for the ruckus you've caused. She begins walking towards a set of metal stairs. I've searched far and wide to find that damn GPS signal, and honestly, I don't think we like you. Wait, but you said that I was in the area? Her face turns towards mine. Then she closes her eyes and marches up the creaking steps. Surely someone as aged as you would know better. We? I drop my head to the ground, staring down as a way to question things internally, but soon am scanning through all the words and papers covered in glass. Wanted, job request, medal order, job request, wanted, death threats. She seems she's quite a busy woman, or perhaps they're quite busy people. Almost like clockwork, 6 people step out from the shadow where they had previously been hiding behind the hearths. They're all wearing black hoods, but judging by their builds, I'd say 3 women, 1 girl, 1 boy, and 1 man. She picks up one of the rods that had been previously resting in a large fiery hearth. It's completely red, almost white, and is shaped like an arrow. I instantly search through the ground again, finding a few papers stamped with an arrow in the center of a circle and a tip of flame. The major one that sticks out to me is a wanted poster, and as covertly as I possibly can, I nudge it loose with my foot. There's no picture of the people, just the emblem with the words, "Wanted, dead. Reward, 780,000 kins. 60 gallons of water, 3-night stay at last remaining 5-star resort." I couldn't care less about the money, but the water and the place to rest would certainly be nice. My eyes rise back up to the woman as she smiles confidently with her flaming rod, and she had just brought me right to them. It appears that the tension in the room has hit an all-time high, releasing calming mist in 5 seconds. KRF speaks over the silence, audio now regulated. "Cancel!" the woman shouts. "What is your name?" I yell in return. "Canceling Peace Protocol 1. "Why does that matter?" "Well, you know my name and KRF's. So, not my fault you're stupid and choose to carry a target by your side. And not my fault either that you had brought an ex-vet, someone trained in combat and capturing enemies, straight to your base." Her nose twitches. "Now, what is your name? I don't care about them. I just want to know yours." "Jay." "Just Jay?" She exhales. "Jig." "Good enough," I smirk, stepping over the papers and shards of glass, and begin making my way over to KRF. Teleporting in front of me, she yells, "Where the fuck do you think you're going? How about you tell me how to do that first?" "Never." She crosses her arms, sticking out her chin. Rookie mistake. Blade to her throat in an instant. "I mean, if you say so, but you were just so kind to let me have this, that you might as well continue with the generosity." "I'm no idiot." "No? Then how did you forget about your knife so quickly?" "Because it isn't hers," KRF mentions. "It's her sister's. I've watched the entire exchange with my offline surveillance after we both went under." "Wait," I look towards KRF. "Why were you under?" My head slams against the ground and spine aches. Fuck, I'm such an idiot. "We powered him down shortly after locating the both of you. Not like it mattered. He'd already overheated." "Again?" I groan towards KRF. "Listen!" Jig grabs me by the collar of my shirt, giving me instant sight of her breasts. "I've had enough of this. Either hear me out or die." She directs the blade to my eye as her teeth clench with fury. "I don't think I was told that was the goal." I squint, raising the eyebrow. She scoffs, shoving me back into the ground. "I need your help, since, well, you're an old man and all." Confused, I blink. "Isn't that a man right there?" I question, pointing towards the tall, muscular, hooded figure in a corner upstairs. Her eyes flutter for a moment as though she's questioning something, but then shakes her head. "He's too young. We need someone older, like you." "Gee, thanks. Only offense. What is it that you need me to do?" She sucks in her lips, releasing silence all around us, with the only noise being that of the beeping of KARF. It's so annoying. I really wish I had that coolant. "We need food." "Food? That's all? That's what you did all of—" "Just hear me out." After I don't say anything, she continues. "With the new laws in all of the areas around us, we're not allowed more than 1 vegetable a week per person, but elderly people, especially veterans, are allowed an entire meal 3 times a week." "So you want me to start providing food for you all?" I begin to get up and head towards my machine. "It's not that easy." She stops me, placing her rough hand on my shoulder. "Since we had brought you here after that GPS went off, everyone knows that we have something to do with each other. And even if we both claim to not know each other, they won't provide you with even a single leaf. So just act as though we had attacked each other and go and bash your guys' image, in order to make it seem as though we're not working together." I raise an eyebrow and flick her hand off of me. She stutters. "Well, yeah, exactly." I shrug. "Alright, Wait, she stops me again, and my eye twitches due to the physical contact. That's all? You don't want anything in return? What do you think this sort of deal is? Well, I assume that's just I go into town, make people believe we have nothing to do with each other, bring you guys some food to last you all for a bit while you provide me a shelter during the nights, then head out on my merry way. And then I'll come back to kill you all in order to reap the rewards from that sweet, sweet bounty. No more sleeping in the sand, relying on a smoky machine for shade. Well, I guess that fits well for us, for now at least. I march away from her, stopping in front of KRF and placing my hands on my hips. So, which town shall I go into first? It's not too big. Reminds me of old western cowboy towns found in those history or Renaissance museums. A few buildings on each side with a taller building in the center, most likely of the time is like a type of church. Though at this point I doubt anyone has held on to their religions. If anything, it's probably now used for sacrificing people who have taken more than what they are allowed to. It's pretty quiet at the moment. People are probably remaining indoors and doing whatever they can to stay cool. The best next course of action would be the saloon, 2 buildings down from me. The ground crunches below me and everything around here is either brown or red. Nothing else. There was a burned wooden sign a few feet before entering the town that had read Burnshine, with a bullet hole to dot the I. If I knew the area better, then this place is definitely not the town I'd go to first. If anything, those people might be trying to get me killed. But seeing the way they all behaved, the fear they had presented along with the false confidence that Jig had shown, I believe that they really do just want some food. I stop in front of the saloon, which is just a sad-looking cube. The windows are completely blocked out to avoid any rays of light, and the few openings there have been made by bullets. The steps crack under my weight, which I'm confident isn't my fault, and I push through the doors. Other than the bit of chatter off by the bar that had now gone still, it appears that nobody wishes to speak. However, even with all eyes on me, there's still a young man running around, cleaning up and serving drinks to the guests. He's fit, skinny, but fit, considering this day and age. It's certainly impressive. I trust that young man with a gun in a war, after getting rid of any fear in his mind, of course. Choosing to ignore the burning stairs, I make my way to the edge of the bar, just 2 seats down from 3 elderly men. One with long silver hair, one with short white hair, and one completely bald. All utterly skinny. The bartender seems to be the oldest one here though, possibly reaching 110 years. Mainly men in the bar, not surprising. The only women appear to be a young woman that must be spending time with her father at a table off to the side, and an older woman smoking by a crack in a blocked out window. The place has a pool table that seems to be more of an art piece to represent the formation of dust. There are lights in here, LEDs to minimize the creation of heat. They're placed along the tops of walls and around the bottoms of tables. A creative way indeed to make sure someone can still see. The bartender croaks finally after a few silent minutes, with the only sound being that of the running around busboy. "What brings you?" "This," I interrupt him, sliding across the bar the wanted poster I found of that forge group. The man raises his eyebrow and skims it while wiping down a glass. "How recent is it?" He exhales through his nose, staring down at the opaque and properly cleaned piece. "What information do you have so far?" "All I want to know is how recent is it, and are the rewards still available?" I squint at him, watching as his forearms tense and release as he continues to polish horribly. Or had whoever is searching for them already croaked and burned up in this lovely weather? The area is completely silent once more. Even the young man had finally halted, resulting in a glare from the barkeep. Then, the 3 men near me break into deep, dry-throated laughter. The bartender shakes his head and sets the glass down in front of me, turning his back as he searches for something to pour, despite the majority of the bottles being just for show. "I tell ye what, That poster's as outdated as my mother's Jaime. The bald man guffaws, slamming his fist on the counter and spilling a bit of whatever dark liquid he is drinking. The young man bolts over and pulls out a cloth from his side to begin cleaning, when the bald man slings his arm around his shoulder and pulls him down to eye level. This young marn is probably younger than that third paper. I blink for a moment, waiting for my dehydrated brain to process whatever I had just heard in English. This may be good. Raising an eyebrow and frowning, I deepen my voice. What do you think of someone like me, young man? He stutters, pulling through the baldy's grip. I'm sure you're very wise, tough, and know your way around life. You just said wise twice there, boy. I grimace, turning to the bartender. These young people nowadays wouldn't know how to move their damn legs if it weren't for people like us always having to repeat our damn selves. You got that right, the bartender points to me with a cocky smile, then nods over to his employee. Perfect, they're acting exactly as how I thought they would. This young man wouldn't know hard work even if the center of the earth were to assign him a job. But I've been working here just as long as you, he mumbles, dropping his head down slightly. I work twice as many hours as you too. Now shut that there mouth of yours, young burn, the bald man interjects, pushing the boy away from him, who ends up slamming into the wall. Ye nev see what we wise folk do. We bust our asses for years and still do to this day. If ye'd open your eyes, then ye'd know just how hard we work. That man probably had more than enough to drink. The boy clenches his fist and as a vein pops out of his neck. He glares straight at the bald man and shouts, well, maybe if you put down that damn glass of poison, then you'd realize that your wife had left you for a reason and she wasn't the damn problem. And hell, maybe if you actually look around you, like the damn wise man you are, then you'd realize that while you were busy drinking and grumbling your days away, us immature folk are busy trying to work our asses off to not only earn the respect of you assholes, but also try and make the earth livable once again. But you all keep on adding in laws that prevent us from doing so because combining new and old technology is a waste of resources. So how about you get off your fucking asses and focus on yourselves for a change, instead of tearing down the younger generations. The young man finally finishes, and begins to take a few deep breaths. It seems that he's been holding all that in for a while now. Perfect. Another one of his temper tantrums. The bartender shakes his head and leans on the edge of the bar closest to me. You're like a damn toddler. The boy tosses his arms up into the air, then proceeds to rip off his apron and storm off, exclaiming, I fucking quit. Just watch this place turn into a shitter after I'm gone. And there he goes. The bald man lets out a sigh. These youngins nowadays quit their moment terms get heard. So disrespectful. I shake my head. Now's my moment. All these kids nowadays. Meh, he'll be back eventually, begging to be forgiven with his tail between his legs. The bartender sighs and goes to finish wiping up the spilled droplets of a drink. These kids will never get anywhere in life being that damn sensitive. Most sensitive generation yeet. The bald man adds, clenching his fist with the fiery look in his eyes. I swear, you'll fucking kill him for what he said. Ironic. Honestly, I don't think these young people should be allowed to own anything. Like that group that owns the forgery, for instance. I watch as the bartender wrings out the spilled droplets into a dark bottle. Good thing I didn't drink anything. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. And the FBA went bankrupt long ago due to approving birth control for men, which of course led to the elderly of that time snapping and completely destroying them. Honestly, I couldn't agree with you more. The bartender smiles, setting the bottle back on the shelf and tossing his rag on the counter. The empty glass is still in front of me for some reason. I say, we should take down any businesses run by those children, much like those wise people back then had done with the FDA, and similar businesses. I fold my hands in front of me. Here we go. Just one simple agreement. Oh yeah, or like the government. Just completely abolish them and kill anyone who dares to start it up again. Hook, line, and sinker. Ermin, the bald man chimes in, and the other two nod in agreement. Fantastic! I smile widely, but also, another quick question. What is it? Where can I find a place that provides food? And the end. So what do you think? I think you should probably work on the plot holes. But K or F, wasn't it at least a decent story? Well, Gip, you've never been one for storytelling. You're more of a shoot type of person. Yeah, whatever. Increase AC to level 7. Increasing AC now. And I hope y'all had enjoyed that story, especially the ending. Since a little twist at the ending. Yeah, I hope you all have a great rest of your days. I hope you enjoyed the short story, and I hope you guys enjoyed the rest of the short stories here to come. And remember, I'm going live, well, as of this being posted tonight, I'm going live tonight around midnight to publish my next novel. So remember, Instagram or YouTube, you guys can decide. And yeah, I hope you all have a great rest of your days. See ya!